Hi friends, in this video we shall discuss about test neck syndrome. Patient mainly aged in between 20 and 35, most commonly females than males, with pain over neck and shoulder region is the presenting complaint. It may be extending for many long period. X-ray and MRI shows normal study. All the range of motion of cervical spine, including flexion, extension, rotation, and lateral flexion, will be normal, but the patient felt pain over neck and shoulder region. The diagnosis is test neck syndrome. The typical feature in test neck syndrome is negative clinical examination of Sperling's test, cervical flexion rotation test, and cervical distraction test, which we are confirming used as confirmation of neural foraminal stenosis. All these clinical examination tests should be normal. Also, all the range of motion of cervical spine will be normal. Radiological findings surely. And in test neck syndrome, repeated flexion posture, either due to over usage of mobile or tablet, or due to continuous reading in this particular position, or it may occur in a homemaker in which she is continuously in this posture for the household activities. Whenever there is 10-degree flexion of cervical spine, it causes lot of strain to the muscles attached mainly upper trapezius, rhomboids. For that particular muscles, there will be overstrain, and the posture itself is the cause of this particular disease. It's also caused as postural neck pain. It may happen mainly in young-aged females. The first thing to be kept in mind regarding test neck syndrome is postural correction. The correct posture should be advised to the patient. It is the first thing to be advised. Mainly it may happen due to continuous sitting and working on in a laptop or desktop without postural correction may also causes this particular condition. For that, we should educate the patient who is continuously sitting with ergonomics. Ergonomics mainly means make the patient fit to job. Normally, it's a friendly approach. Mainly, it's focusing on workers. That means make the place fit for work without causing any disease. That science is called ergonomics, and we shall educate the patient with proper postural correction and ergonomics to that particular patient to avoid such things. Mainly, for a patient who is continuously sitting and using laptop, these things should be advised. Mainly, the position of the top of the monitor should be kept in eye level. Place the monitor an arm length away. That means in between 45 centimeter to 78 centimeter is the normal distance between the monitor and body. Fingers are relaxed with wrist straight. It should be kept in relaxed position. Head is neutral, chin parallel to the ground. That means patient should sit with spine in correct position. Backrest comfortably against backrest at the chair. The patient should sit to the back of the chair. Patient should use the entire length of the chair to sit. Elbows are bent 90 degrees close to the body. Adjust the backrest height so the lumbar support rests at the low back. That lumbar support should adjust with the low back area. That means the lordosis, the normal lumbar lordosis should be maintained while sitting. Adjust the height at the chair so the knees and hips are at 90 degrees. This is very important. Knees and hips should be in 90 degrees so that the foot should not be placed either in the table support or in the chair support. It should be kept at low level to keep knee and hip at 90 degrees. Feet flat on the ground or on a footrest as an alternate position, but the footrest should be at the ground itself. The knee should be always kept in 90 degrees, and this position is very important for continuous sitting. For those who are continuously sitting and driving, for that also this position shall be advised. And for that, whenever the car's seat, which causes the knee not in 90-degree position. It should be corrected by using a pillow on sitting position. And this particular postural correction should be advised those who are continuously sitting. It's very important. And coming to the rehabilitation, I already explained that the first thing to test neck syndrome, first advice to the test neck syndrome is postural correction. Then comes rehabilitation. That this position, this particular rehabilitation is called chin tuck. Chin should always be tucked in. This is the normal position. And ask the patient to do chin tuck. Hold it for 3 seconds and repeat it for 10 times. All the extension exercises are very effective, and this particular exercise is called Dhanurasana, which is the yoga posture, which is very important. And also Cobra posture or Bhujangasana is also very effective to get rid of chest neck syndrome in the initial phase. And ask the patient to make postural correction and continue the rehabilitation for a period of 6 to 8 weeks to strengthen the muscles which are affected. Coming to chest neck syndrome, which is very common nowadays, ask the patient to do the postural correction. First, the clinical examination is of very important to rule out any other pathological condition. The differential diagnosis should be eliminated by doing clinical examination. And whenever we do clinical examination, radiological finding is used for confirmation, and we shall advise postural correction along with rehabilitation for complete relief of chest neck syndrome. Thank you.